Welcome back to the Pursuit of Accuracy. I'm Josh. Today, I am going to bring you guys along as we lot test 3 brand new lots of ELEY ammunition. I got this from Kilo Shooting Sports because I'm on their distribution list and they send you an email when they get new lots. Well, these 3 had speeds that I was interested in testing, and I realized that I've actually really never taken you guys through the exact process that I follow. So what we're going to do today is we're going to see if any of these 3 lots are going to make the cut for the custom CZ457, and probably more importantly, I'm going to bring you guys in on how I go about doing this, my thought process on what I'm looking for at 50, 100, and results on the chronograph. So hopefully, if this is something you are about to undertake, this will help you along your journey. And I also want to take the time to thank you guys, especially those of you who left positive comments on the last video about me becoming a more well-rounded shooter. Again, it really means a lot seeing those comments. I do read all the comments. I try to respond to all of them. And sometimes it takes me a week to get around to doing that, but I do see them, and I do truly appreciate you guys for supporting me, especially as we kind of bring a small sliver of the channel into the centerfire world. So before we go outside and get started shooting, I want to thank our video sponsor today, and that is Aura. Now, there is a ton of online data brokers out there selling your information, your name, your phone number, your home address, your email address, and they're selling that to scammers, spammers, and anybody who wants to target you. Now, when I first started using Aura, I was pretty surprised to find out that 16 data brokers had my information and were selling it online. And one of the cool things about Aura is that they're going to request the opt-out for you, so that's 16 different data brokers now that aren't selling my information online. And beyond just protecting you from online threats, you're also going to get other features like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft insurance, and you're going to get all that without having to pay for multiple services. So prior to using Aura, I was actually using a parental control app for my kids, and we were using a separate antivirus, and we were paying for both. So I was able to actually combine both of those, and I can do that cheaper than what I was doing before without Aura. So as a gun tuber, I value my privacy and I value your privacy as well. You can go to aura.com/pursuit of accuracy to start your 2-week free trial. Again, thank you to Aura for sponsoring the video. Now let's get outside and let's start doing some lot testing. So we've got our test target at 50 yards, and this is how I start all my lot testing out. As soon as I get the ammunition, I come outside, I put a fresh target up, and I shoot at 50 yards. So let's do that. Let's see if any of these have any potential. If they do, we're also going to be looking at chronograph numbers, and if both of those check out, then we will push this out to 100 yards. And if something really shines, then obviously I'm going to go back and order these. These had 400 or 500 boxes per lot. That's very important. I usually won't even test it if it doesn't have more than 200 boxes per lot. That's 2 cases. So just because by the time I get it and test it, if they only had 90 boxes, maybe I test it and it's really great, and then they got 20, and that's really not enough. But I'm gonna burn 2 because this is cold. We have not shot a single thing through this. Zero everything out here on the burst, and I'm just gonna go and burn 2 barrel warmers on the top sider. And 100%, we are not worried about point of impact. We're just worried about groups. You're gonna see me maybe shoot some groups slower. We have maybe a couple of mile-an-hour breeze, but if it starts gusting, I'll slack off. If the gust goes away, then I may shoot faster to get those in the same wind. But let's turn on the chrono, and let's shoot 10. We'll go first row, starting at target 1. Okay, that's not too bad. Do got a little slight right to left right now. Gonna give that a second. That one dropped out. Okay, so second group, not that hot. In this case, I'm gonna find that ammo. And we're gonna shoot 5 more. And then we'll check the chronograph. Oof. Well, maybe a little bit of wind shift. Okay. Yeah, not impressed with that one, but let's see what the SDs look like. SD of 6.7, extreme spread of 28. Not bad, not great. We're gonna restart this. All right, so 1041 for me. What I'm looking at, what you guys are seeing down there, that's not gonna do it. So now we're gonna shoot 1043, which is in our magazine number 2. We're gonna drop down a row here. Okay, not terrible. Also not terrible. That's probably worth shooting 5 more. Not the best groups, but not the worst either. All right, let's shoot a 3rd target. Not bad. 7.29 standard deviation, extreme spread 21. Nothing that's really that crazy exciting. On groups like that, if I had those groups and like an SD of like 4 or something like that, and a very small extreme spread, that would be something I would probably push to 100 and test because of the tightness of the SD and ES. But this has pretty average for ELEY match or Center X. At this level of ammunition, to shoot 7 SD is normal. Almost any box of this you get is going to do that. So and the groups weren't that great, you know, so we didn't have anything that was really fantastic. We're down to the last lot, and I know you guys want to see more shooting, so if these are all turds, we're just going to back the camera up to 100. We're going to shoot all 3 of them, and we're going to see if we can clean the KYL or something. We're going to do something. Let's go down one more row. This is a 1051. Okay, I can live with that. Okay, that group wasn't really doing much for me with the vertical stringing, but so far standard deviation is 7, extreme spread 25, so average 1070. These are slower than what I'm used to seeing out of ELEY, that's for sure. Pretty good showing. That 5 did suck it down to 5.95 with an extreme spread of 25. We're gonna go to 101 yards and see if we can catch the wind at an ideal time, and we're gonna send some of these downrange. All right, so everything's set up, and this is where the fun part of lot testing quickly meets reality. And I say that because lot testing is such a fun and also terrifying experience, because you're spending money on lots, you get them in, and you ultimately hope you're just gonna find that lot that hammers, that lot that's gonna shoot super low SDs. It's gonna shoot just teeny tiny holes at 100 yards and 50 yards and do all these things. And this is a point for me where I have to really check the reality of why I'm doing this. So this is for a PRS rifle. If this will average .3s at 50, great. If it shoots single digit SDs, great. Hopefully they're around 6 or less on SDs. Now at 100 yards, I'm hoping it averages about .7. That's what I really want. I could ask for more, I could search for more, but what I found through the year or two that I've been doing this is you can spend a great deal of time and money looking for that perfect lot. And if you're into that, and I very much am, that's fine. But realistically, what do I need for this rifle? Realistically, if it shoots .3 at 50, it'll shoot any target I need to hit at 50, including the 1/4 inch. Because if you want to hit a 1/4 inch target, the gun only needs a group just under 1/2 inch to hit that steel target, because you have a 22 diameter bullet. At 100, if this thing shoots .6s, .7s, that's great. And then, from there, if the SEs are still good, I may shoot something out at distance just to check it, but that's probably gonna be a worthwhile lot. But enough talking, let's turn this up. We're gonna go 1.8 because of the speed. We're still averaging about 1070, so a little slower than the ELEY I normally shoots, about 1100. So not sure if something changed on that. We're gonna check our level here, and we do have a little bit of wind. We're gonna drop down to the row next to it. We're gonna shoot the left target, a little bit of right to left. Ooh, that does not look good. Oh boy, what a terrible way to start. Yeah, that just does not look good at distance. We're gonna go right of that. Okay, given the wind, that looks much better. Let's shoot 5 more and verify. First group looked terrible. Well, I won't say terrible. It's an inch, 1.1 probably. Second group had a little bit of windage, but vertically much better, something that I could work with. Let's shoot one more. Okay, yeah, and that's not bad. So at 100 yards, I'm also taking into account that a little 1 to 3 mile an hour wind variable, which is about what we have today, something you can barely feel. That's enough to move your shot placement. So what we're really looking at here is I'm gonna shoot 10, and we wanna see a tight group vertically. And if a little bit of wind picks up, I'll try and call that out if I see it. But we're gonna take into account the wind, but hopefully not gonna have any. We're just gonna move over. See what this will do. That's an interesting shift. Yeah, so from what I'm seeing here, I don't think any 3 of these would be anything that I personally would just run out and buy. Now, you know, with this last one, would it be fine for shooting? Probably. It's probably more than okay, but I'm not going to go out of my way to buy any more of this because it's just not good enough. I really want to see 0.6s at 100. Based on those, I think this would pretty much is going to average about an inch. If I kept shooting this, I think we would get one that would be 1/2 inch and then one over an inch, and the consistency just wasn't there. Standard deviation is up to 7.8 with an extreme spread of 36, which perfectly explains what we're seeing down there. I would like to see that standard deviation 6 or lower, and most importantly, that extreme spread, I'd really like to see it 20 and under. That shows me that even just, you know, group to group as I'm shooting, that muzzle velocity is walking around a lot, way more than I'm going to be willing to spend $15 or $16 a box on this stuff for. So this will just go into the pile of other lots tested that didn't make the cut, and maybe we'll test another gun with them at some point here in the next day or two, maybe the Voodoo, but for now, I'm not seeing the consistency here. But at the end of the day, this is how it goes. For every 10 lot test I do, I probably find 3 lots that I would, you know, be willing to almost second mortgage my house to get that ammo for the rifles. But today, it just didn't pan out, but I appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you on the next one.